Hello, Aries. Welcome to your November soul session. I'm Marlowe if you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. And yes, this is my face. Just saying, it's back like it never left and whatnot or whatever. So, anywho, we're going to go ahead and jump into you guys' reading. I'm looking at the 1st to the 15th because I legit still haven't decided if I'm doing extendeds right now because the extendeds are like the 15th through the 30th. So, I'll probably just post them later or something or whatnot or whatever. But anywho, let's go ahead and jump in and see what's going on with my Aries in the month of November. I'm gonna take this one first card out. Why do we keep getting the same cards? We have the Queen of Cups. Okay, if I could, all right, go ahead, autofocus. We have the Queen of the Cuppies. For me, that is my therapist card, but not really so much getting therapy for you guys, Aries. I more or less feel that there's something that my Aries peoples aren't necessarily ready to confront emotionally. And this is, I swear, the same theme for literally everyone in the collective up to this point. Oh, well, hello. We have the freaking moon card. Okay, let's just go ahead and turn all the ones over we have so far. We have the 9 of the Cuppies, sense of satisfaction. We have the moon card, that's Cancerian energy. So here's the deal. This is kind of like Aries, Scorpio, but backwards. But it's Scorpio season. So as opposed to you guys necessarily wanting to confront this thing, I feel like there's something that's going on with you guys emotionally underneath the surface that you're not necessarily ready to confront just yet. With this 9 of Cups here, it says to me that you guys are in a state of contentment in reference to that. Whatever it is, it's being aware that you know that it's going on. If we were to throw a little therapy in here, it could literally be that there's something that you know that you need to process, but it's just feeling that now necessarily isn't the time. But with this moon card, I can't say that this isn't going to be kind of showing up for you guys like in your dream space. Like there's so much that's happening underneath it all that it may start to manifest in your dreams. I don't want to go as far as saying that you're going to be projecting onto people or anything like that, but I would just go ahead and take this as a sign as whatever this is. I can understand that you got 7 pentacles. All right. Oh, wait, did I show that to you? No, I didn't. I'm trying to get used to doing this because I didn't got used to, I'm a Taurus and I don't like change. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, with the 7 of Pentacles, and gosh, it's so strange to me that all of these are bleeding in together because who did I do before you guys? It was Capricorn, if I'm not mistaken. With Capricorn, I was getting the same. Okay, is that what we're doing? Are we on this type of time now? With Capricorn, I was getting the same kind of vibe. We have the Strength in the reverse that fell out. Then we have the Wheel of Fortuna that pumped out. Okay, come on, autofocus, stop being a dick. And nope, yes, nope. Okay, there we go. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, child, this is very interesting. So here's the deal. So there, here's the thing. All right. So there's something boiling underneath the surface, but here's the whole deal. My issue with this is there's more or less like, okay, this is stuff y'all don't be seeing me do with me not being on camera. Those of y'all who've been with me for some time, y'all used to seeing me do this, but y'all new people, y'all ain't used to seeing me do all this because this is all the things I be doing when you be seeing my hands doing this. You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal, Aries. There is something that's happening beneath the surface. Please forgive me for repeating myself several times because I think I've said that like 14 times already. But there's a level of contentment with you guys have with not facing this particular thing. But here's the deal. This is where we get into like conscious and subconscious kind of, mental brain things going on, right? We can deny something so much to ourselves. We can lie to ourselves. We can suppress emotions. But energy is energy. It doesn't go anywhere. It just transfers into other forms. So it's going to more or less start bleeding out. So that is what it is that I'm seeing. What reminds me of Capricorn is when I see this 7 of Pentacles, because it's more or less you guys waiting for something to happen, right? Waiting for things to grow, waiting for things to move forward, waiting for something to shake, waiting for something to shift, change, whatever the case, right? But the whole reason why that would not be taking place is what it is that you're coming into the month of November with the energy of. It's the simple fact that with this Queen of Cups, there is something that's happening or something that has transpired that you know that you need to face and you need to take care of. But this is kind of like, So sorry to interrupt you guys while you're listening to the show, but I wanted to tell you guys about our new partnership with BetterHelp. If you haven't heard of them, it's an online resource in which you can find your very own friendly local neighborhood therapist, no matter where you are in the world. You sign up, and within 24 hours, they match you with a therapist that's right for you. And you can talk to your counselor every week via phone or video chat. You can also text them between sessions. If you or someone you know has been considering therapy, get started today with BetterHelp. Now let's get back to the show. Ignorance is bliss, if you will. So what this is telling me is whatever this is something that needs to be dealt with. But the option that it's pretty much giving you this month is either you deal with it or it's going to deal with you. That's pretty much what it's looking like to me. Because like I told Capricorn or Leo, I don't know, somebody, child. I think it was like both of them. But the whole point of the matter is it's like you can't cheat life. You can't skip steps. Everything has to follow the natural order of things. So a lot of times it's like we think, oh, I just need to not deal with this now because I need to focus on this and I need to get this done. And when this is done, then I'll focus on that. But it's like I told Capricorn, if you have that in your chart, go check those out. But it's like what you skip will trip you up later. And what I'm seeing with this, there's supposed to be a shift. I feel like you guys want this shift with this Wheel of Fortune, but looking at the Strength in the reverse as well as the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, I love how these just get how they are when I start showing my face. Because my face don't lie, child. You just be seeing everything I be thinking and anything. Anyway, moving right along. With the Strength in the reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the issue that we have here is that even though it's ordained for there to be a shift in your life, it's the fact that it's like trying to skip steps. It's a desire for you to have this shift with the Wheel of Fortune to get out of the situation that you're in. But I can't ignore the fact that I'm seeing that there's this energy of attempting to cheat the system. It's like trying to like get from point A to point B, like our first card to, our last. It's trying to get from point A to point B and skip steps and being okay with that. And I mean, in the natural order of things, like, I mean, hey, more power to you. Lie to yourself all day long. I'm 100% here for it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what lesson it is that Spirit is trying to get everyone to get this month. It's getting into like deeper implications of things that I talk to everyone on our sanctuary about, like things I talk about on my network. It's like, because this is like how readings have a tendency to come out in our weekly. Like when I say that you can't cheat life, like I mean that in every sense of the word. It's like you can't suppress emotions and think that's going to be okay. Thank you, guys. Here's a perfect example. A perfect example is if you've been married for 20 years, right? And you get divorced, okay? And you unexpectedly get divorced and you're like, oh, well, that person doesn't want me anymore, so I'm over it. So now I'm going to go jump into another relationship. Like you can't just wipe away the fact that you've been married for 20 years and your marriage suddenly ended. Like you can't just get over that like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless there was a process within the marriage that you were in where you started to fall out of love with the person that you were married to, which is kind of sounds like Leo's reading, but that's not my business. Moving right along, you know what I'm saying? But you can't just jump out of one thing and into another, right? Because that goes against the natural order of things. You have to go through a healing process of acknowledging what it is that you went through in the marriage and what made the marriage not work, as opposed to just jumping into a new relationship, which is what causes us to repeat spiritual lessons. Is because whenever there's something that Spirit is trying to get us to get and we're not getting it, and we end up like kind of cutting something out because we're trying to get out of that, energy thing that we're in. You feel what I'm saying? And we're trying to shift to something else, like out of like, say, if you're in a shit situation and you want to get out of it, it's like you're just like, fuck it, and you'll jump into something else. So you hate your current marriage, now you jump into another one. It's like you're going to end up marrying the same person in a different body because there was something you were supposed to gain out of that. And what I'm seeing all in all, Aries, see, this is the reason why people used to be mad at me on YouTube, child. I start showing my face again, and Spirit is like, yes, let them throw tomatoes at you because you're going to say stuff that don't nobody want to hear. But that's neither here nor there. Moving right along. But with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like you're pretty much setting yourself up to lose a lot more than you would if you would just go through this or just face the shit, whatever it is. You feel what I'm saying? And dude, I'm just being honest, but this is legit the same thing that I'm consistently seeing for every single sign. I don't know how to get out of this energy because I can't. Because I mean, if it's repeating for everyone, there's like a rhyme or a reason to this. But literally what it's looking like to me is there's like a huge collective denial that's happening, and this still goes into what I was saying like in Scorpio's reading of the whole Uranus vibes and everything. It's like this is legit like a change that needs to be made. This is the one thing that like the Uranus and Taurus energy would be pointing to, saying that you need to change this particular thing. And it's being like, oh yeah, so I'm not going to deal with that. And let's try to find another way around this. But with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse coming out last, it's going to put you in a position like, because it's almost like wanting to get yourself into like this independent type of space, which is why I feel like you don't want to fool with the emotional thing. I mean, you are a fire sign. So it's like not wanting to fool with the emotions because you feel like that's something that could drag you down. So it's kind of like just trying to function, being in survival mode type of deal. You feel what I'm saying? But it's ultimately going to put you in a way worse situation. It's like where you're trying to be independent by suppressing your emotions, it would actually cause you to come out in the midpoint of the month being codependent, if I could say it that way. And then you're still going to have to turn back around and deal with the stuff and face it anyway. Because I just feel like it's this misconception of like oppressing like your feminine energy or your, you know, receptivity, your connection with spirit, things of the sort. But it's missing the boat and missing the entire point of what this whole thing is about. It's kind of like Aries having an agenda and like fate having an agenda, and Aries' agenda doesn't align with fate. So it's like fate's going to end up dealing with you because you don't want to work in accordance with fate, if that's making sense. Child, look, I don't know what to tell y'all. What is at the bottom of your deck? Oh my goodness. Please listen to your friend Marlowe. At the bottom of your deck, y'all have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So here's the thing. With this being at the bottom of the deck and with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse being here, I don't know what the hell we're talking about, Aries, because the way that it's coming out is very like broad, like hella broad. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like this is something that could screw you financially. And I just heard specifically like getting written out of a will. What? Okay. I guess. But it's kind of like something like that. It's like this could get you fired. This could cause you to lose a lot of investments. This could cause you to lose, I don't know why I'm even saying this, like in investors, sponsorships, like being written out of a will type of deal, because it's something that needs to be confronted that you're not willing to confront. So it's almost like I feel that Aries feels like you have a wise idea. Like you have a wise idea. And this is literally what I've told every sign prior to you. You have a wise idea and you think the way that you're doing this is going to put you in a dope position, but it's actually going to fuck you in the long run. Like that's the best way that I could literally say this. Like I can't even sugarcoat this. Whatever method that you have to whatever the hell this is that we're talking about, whatever it is that you're coming into the month of November saying that you're going to do, whatever your plan is, right? There's a part of this plan that requires something to be not acknowledged or suppressed because you feel like that's going to give you an advantage in this situation. But I'm telling you, by the 15th of this month, like no bullshit, it's going to fuck you. Like, I kid you not. So if there's any type of unscrupulous stuff that you're trying to do, if there's any type of mind game you're trying to play, if it's you even neglecting yourself, like this is child, listen to me. In all honesty, I don't know what we're talking about. I don't even like where this is even going. Can I just be honest? Because we done already got in Capricorn, child, talking about people unaliving spouses and things. What is happening in America? The veil is too thin. But Aries, I'm going to say it again, and I need to be redundant. You may be pissed off. Thank you guys for watching so many of the soul sessions last month, because usually Aries don't be fooling with me like that. So I thank y'all for that. Y'all probably not gonna fool me after this. I'm just being honest. But anyway, but legit, whatever this is that you guys are thinking about doing, your perception is that this is a great idea. It's going to empower you. And I'm telling you from what this looks like, it's going to fuck you, and it's going to fuck you a lot worse than going about this the right way would. So I'm just going to leave it at that, child. So anywho, Aries, that has been your soul session for the first half of November. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love your face. And, I'll see you guys sooner than later, my friends.